Today I filmed this video. This is inspired by Nikki Exotika. She is a recording artist and model. She was just on 90 Day Fiancé and I wanted to pay homage to her. I've been a fan of hers for a long time. She was in Trantasia for the transsexual historians out there, the world's most beautiful transsexual pageant. The look is inspired by this, the makeup is inspired by this, and then when she was on TV it showed her hair and it is inspired by this as well too. Just like a slight bend in the hair, very simple, very easy, love it, very glam. And I show how to do that, of course. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy the video. Definitely go check out Nikki if you're not following her, which I'm sure you are. Nikki, if you see this, thank you so much for bringing visibility to the community, and thank you so much for being a trans icon. Bye! Okay, so we are starting off with the Louise Base on the eyes, and I will be going into the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Pink Religion palette. For this, I will be using Prom Night, and I will be going into my crease with that and doing a kind of swept up motion. We don't want it to meet the outer corner of the eye. We want it to sweep up towards the hairline. I'll be cutting this later with some Louise eye base for the cut crease as well too. For the lid, I used Danessa Myricks Milky Way Color Fix foils. Actually, I used Princess Crown from Prom Night, or from Prom Night, oh my gosh, from Pink Religion first on the lid, and then I used Danessa Myricks Milky Way Color Fix foils, and I believe it was Lit Cosmetics Tinseltown, the solid size 2. I believe I used that over top of that. The liquid shadow, the liquid glitter from Danessa Myricks acts as a glitter glue, so you don't have to add an additional product. I did use the white from the Cremated palette as well too, under my brow bone. For the pink, I used Prom Night, and then I went over it a little bit with Pink Religion because I wanted to add a little bit of like a lighter kind of purple blend, but I didn't want it to be like noticeably purple by any stretch of the imagination. So dragging that up towards the hairline, just like we took the eyeshadow. And I have, my crease is deep, like I have a deeper set crease, so it ended up smudging my cut crease. I should have set it. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have set it before continuing on to the other eye, but I didn't, and it got a little smudged, but that's totally okay. Shit happens. And that is that Princess Crown color. And then this is the Danessa Myricks Milky Way Color Fix foils. This is probably my favorite shimmer product on the market. I absolutely love it. And then applying the Lit Cosmetics over top of it just gave it that additional glow and depth, because the Danessa Myricks one is more of like an ultra shimmer as opposed to a glitter. But you'll see, I wanted to mention as well too, all my shit is so, like, okay, all my makeup is so old that, like, my eyelashes were covered in glitter because my Danessa Myricks Milky Way foil is probably cracking at this point because it's so old. My eyeliner was cracking. All my shit's old. I don't do my makeup often. And I just don't give a fuck. honestly. So for the lid, I used the Made by Mitchell Black Milk liquid eyeliner, and then I went over the eyeliner portion with the e.l.f. H2O proof eyeliner pen. I did use some medical tape to just remove any glitter fallout. Then I curled my lashes and used the Benefit They're Real Magnetic Mascara. For skin, I'm using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. And totally forgot to do my eyebrows, so I'm using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer, which is by far my favorite brow product. Everybody I talk to, I end up getting hooked on this. Like if I have a client, they're like, oh, what's your favorite eyebrow product? Girl, let me put you on to L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. For concealer, I used the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer, and I applied that on my chin, under my eyes, and on my forehead. By the way, if you can hear a lot of noise in the background, I apologize because I have my fan on in my room. It is so hot in my room when it's anything but freezing outside. Don't ask me why. I think it's because I'm in the sun all day. I don't know. Regardless, the fan is just pretend it's like white noise or something. I don't know. And for foundation, I'm using the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation. This is a nice buildable coverage. I find that you can do something sheer with it, but you can also really layer it on to be a fuller coverage. And then I go ahead and apply that with a brush and then blend it out with a sponge afterwards, just to get rid of any brush strokes and to make it look skin-like. For the powder, I used the MAC Studio Fix powder. I used the white color under my eyes and then my skin color on the rest of my face. But oh my gosh, I just totally forgot about my creams and liquids. So I used for blush the Peach Sugar Liquid Blush by Made by Mitchell. And for bronzer, contour, whatever, I used the Makeup Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer. And then I go in with powder, and I use the MAC Studio Fix powder to set my face. And then I find pressed powder never enough to set the face. It's still a bit damp. So what I do is I use a loose powder. Every time I'm doing my makeup, I use a loose powder because I can't stand things sticking to my face like hair or anything like that. So I used the Makeup Revolution Luxury Baking Powder. Now, I don't even know if they still sell this. This is an old product. Like I said, all my shit is old. So just use any loose powder. Like I love Coty Airspun. I love the e.l.f. Glow one. I can't remember what it's called. I've been using it for a while, but I just ran out of it. I have so many loose powders that I'm just going through my collection of loose powders. And then once I am done with the loose powder, I will go ahead and fan it all over the face, kind of brush it off and make sure there's no excess. But that is the key to how I get my makeup to stay all day, is really making sure that I've set it with loose powder. And then that is where I will go ahead and just brush off the excess. For the bronzer color, I used the Marc Jacobs Tan-tastic Omega Bronze. You can definitely use like Physicians Formula as well too, the butter bronzer. I like that one. For blush, I used the Juvia's Place Saharan blush palette, and I used the pink color. And then for highlight, I used the Colourpop Flexitarian highlighter, which is definitely one of my faves. And set my face with the Creme Shop and Hello Kitty Celebrate Setting and Priming Spray. Under my eyes, I used the Black Track All Smudge No Budge eyeliner by Made by Mitchell, and then just blended that out with the Prom Night color that I used in my crease. And for lips, I used the Crown Case Pink Lip Pencil. They didn't have names when I bought them. Like I said, very old. And I used the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Cavity Liquid Lipstick, as well as Jeffree Star Cosmetics Pink Vault Supreme Gloss. And for glitter, before I put on the gloss, I used the Lit Cosmetics ABBA Shimmer Size 2 and the Lit Cosmetics Barbie Shops Shimmer Size 4. So I went ahead and I just stuck those on and then applied gloss all around the outside and just kind of fanned it over to soften the appearance of the glitter because I didn't want it to look so stark. For her hair, it was very easy because my hair was straight. I took a curling iron and just did the ends, just gave it a loose curl. You couldn't really see it in the video, but I did take a small barrel. But if you take a small barrel and take large chunks of hair, that's usually how I get a loose curl if I didn't have my loose barrel or my large barrel iron on me. I was in a class one time and the guy compared it to Victoria's Secret set. So, mind you, this hair was already straightened, so it's going to be harder to hold a curl. So maybe that's why it's not as noticeable, but I enjoyed it. And it was very simple. Going towards the mid shaft of the hair and then kind of curling from that area down gives that look. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.